over 10 years now of people trying to put me in a box and tell me who and what I am and what I can and can't accomplish. Tell me what my limits are. It's been over 10 years of that. On April 12th, I'm gonna stand on a particular mountaintop that nobody's ever stood on before. I'm gonna see a view from up there that nobody's ever seen before. And then what? All these years later, I'm still breaking records. I'm still doing the impossible. 5 years ago, I was pronounced DOA, dead. Before I even walked into the doors of New Japan Pro Wrestling, I just keep continuing to subvert expectations. So, maybe my expectations for myself are a little higher than the rest of the world's.
I actually love that people get to see like dad version of you in this.
I think I can confidently say that of all the children of professional wrestlers in the world,
Bold statement incoming.
this is by far the cutest.
I see a man fall back in love with professional wrestling. I see the obsession that he has with professional wrestling, and we got to see what he was able to do in New Japan already. We've obviously seen everything that he's done in AEW. I mean, to literally be the backbone of that company, the guy that's just there week in, week out, putting his body through absolute hell. But this is a thing that he loves to do. So to go from being a WWE champion to AEW champion to now earning this championship in New Japan, to be the first man to do that, it's so impressive to me. I mean, for me to see that work ethic that Jon has, honestly, some days I'm like, shit, do I need to get my own shit together? Like, it's always so impressive to me how much he can just stay the course and to be able to check off all these boxes and have these accolades and truly go down in professional wrestling history is amazing to me. It's so cool.
No, to be honest, I had no idea that I was going to call out Tetsuya Naito that night in San Jose, but there was something in the air that night, something special. Something in the stars, something in the sky, something in the energy of the room. I don't plan these things out, but I know it when I see it, and I know it when I feel it. And I knew it's time. My dad told me something when I was a little kid. He said, measure twice, cut once. If you're gonna do something, do it right the first time. Do it once. In all likelihood, I'll probably only get one shot at the IWGP Championship in my entire life. That's fine. I'm only gonna need one. We are here tonight in Dayton, Ohio at the Piledriver Wrestling Academy and getting a good workout in. I like to be in the ring with young guys at the beginning of their journey, hungry guys. Shots a day to WGP Championship don't come around every day. Even if I win, it's not gonna matter. I'll be the most overlooked, disrespected, forgotten about, taken for granted wrestler in the history of this business. It's not gonna matter. But it means something to me. I expect the absolute best, meanest, nastiest version of Naito in Chicago, because Naito's at his best when his back is against the wall, when he's cornered, wounded, like an animal at his most dangerous. Every time you think he's almost done, you think he's toast, all of a sudden he's not. You back him into a corner. That's when you find your eyeballs ripped out. That's the kind of animal Tetsuya Naito is. I know that.
Yeah, Brian Danielson here. I'm here training with Mox, and we're getting him ready for Naito. I mean, this is clearly one of the biggest matches of his career. Winning the IWGP Championship, I mean, that's the dream we've all had, and we all want it for him here in the BCC. Yeah, I think one of the things John's best at that we've really been training is he's good at getting behind his opponents. I mean, we train at getting that asymmetry. You know, people are a lot of times defenseless when you're behind them, and John's so good at getting behind people and choking them with rear nakeds, with bulldog chokes. And that opens up what John's game is, which is smashing people, getting behind people, choking them. And so if we can do that, that's what we're working on.
I've been doing this since I was 19 years old. Since the first championship I ever won right here in Cincinnati. I see the mountain, I climb the mountain. Everybody's standing next to me, looks up and I say, it's too high, you're not gonna do that, you can't do that. And I say, watch me. And then I find a higher one, and I climb that. I find a higher one, and I climb that, and a higher one. And now I'm about to do something that nobody in the history of pro wrestling has ever done. And they want to call it, what they want to call this, a global grand slam. I'm not calling, no, we don't need a name for it, whatever it is, no. So, all due respect, Naito, son, you can talk all the trash you want, you can be as tranquilo as you want to be, you can bring all the fight and will and endurance that you have in your soul. Chicago on April 12th, and it's not gonna matter. I'm willing victory into existence. I have willed history into existence, and I have come too far and been through too much shit to accept anything less. Naito, it's already over. From the moment I said your name, you were a dead man walking.